Welcome. Today I bring you the preview of the next chapter of The Ambassador's Daughter. Karaman sends a message to Geddes, pretending to be Nair, where she tells him that Sanjar and her are fine and that they just decided to be together during that day, so they are going to stay until the night. Geddes is surprised with the message and remembers the conversation of Sanjar and Nair, where Sanjar asked Nair to run away for a day just for the two of them. He also remembers that morning, when Sanjar told him that he shouldn't care where he goes with Nair, because she is his and if he wants to take her he will. Elvan asks him what happened. Geddes says that Nair left Melik and went with Sanjar, without even caring about Kavruk's condition. Elvan says that's not possible and asks him why he thinks that. Geddes shows him the message, so Elvan is surprised. Aisha and Zara continue to argue about Kavruk. Kavruk gives Aisha the reason. Zara approaches to give him the soup, so Aisha claims that she should be the one to do it because she is his fiancée. Zara argues. Aisha tries to snatch the soup from Zara, generating a fight. Geddes intervenes and sends them away, asking to be alone with Kavruk. They obey and leave. Halis looks enraged at Zara, who uncomfortably leaves with Melik. Aisha complains to Halis for Zara's attitude, but Halis replies that she should mind her own business. Geddes gives Kavruk the soup and comments that he wanted to ask him about the accident, but that he has been struck by the fight between Aisha and Zara, as he understands Aisha because she is his fiancée. But he does not understand what is wrong with Zara. Kavruk does not respond, so Geddes scoffs, saying that it seems that Zara is in love with him too, but Kavruk replies that it is not so. Geddes says that even so there is hope, but Kavruk refuses. Geddes asks him about the accident. Kavruk says that Akin was being followed and trying to escape he fell. Geddes asks him if he could recognize anyone, as Akin is being helped and they must find him. He also complains that he has to worry about it while Nair is having fun with Sanjar. Meanwhile, Akin sees a boat approaching, so he takes a close look at it and thinks it is a simple fishing boat, while Sanjar dives to Akin's boat trying not to be seen. Sanjar jams the boat's turbines and scales the boat, leaving his diving gear behind. Akin goes to see Nair, who is scared and looking for something to defend herself. Akin asks him if she is calmer now and if he can come in to see her, but Nair threatens him that if he comes near her she will hit him and break his head. Akin tries to approach her and orders her to cooperate, saying that he has prepared a suitcase for her and that when she calms down they should talk, but Nair threatens him and refuses to listen to him. Akin tells her that when it is night he will land and a helicopter will pick them up, so she will have no salvation because he has everything planned. But that if she obeys him he may agree to take Melik too, but Nair spits in his face. Akin gets angry and warns her that he will make her pay for everything. Akin leaves the room and Nair goes into the bathroom lamenting her situation. Nair hears the door open, so thinking it is Akin she picks up the hairdryer again ready to hit him, but sees it is Sanjar, so surprised she bursts into tears, thankful that he is alive. They both hug excitedly. Nair kisses him and comments that she was very scared. Sanjar starts to stagger, so worried Nair sees his wound. Sanjar assures she is fine and asks her if she is hurt and if Akin has done anything to her. Nair says she is fine and sees that Sanjar has a fever, so she says they must go to a hospital as soon as they escape, but she doesn't know how they will make it. Sanjar says he has a plan. Nair asks him if he still has the bullet inside. Sanjar answers yes, so she worries that he has an infection. Sanjar asks her to let him rest a little and faints. Akin notices the noise, so he sends someone to check. Nair pretends she was taking a shower and dropped something, getting the men to leave. Then she drags Sanjar to the bathroom, where looks for a first aid kit to help Sanjar with his wound. He screams in pain, so Nair shuts him up and tells that need to take the bullet out and asks him to try not to scream. She also gives him a medicine to lower his fever and prevent him from fainting again. Sanjar gets ready and asks Nair to forgive him and break her promise not to call his name again. But Nair covers his mouth and takes out the bullet, saying that she would give her life for him but she will not call him by his name again. Sanjar faints again. Geddes goes to see Karaman, who mockingly sneers at Sanjar's absence. Geddes accuses him of conspiring with Akin, but Karaman tells him he is looking on the wrong side. Yahya arrives with Dudu, so Geddes goes with them. He remarks to them that Elvan thinks he is doing something wrong at work. Yahya asks him if he then called him out of suspicion. Geddes tells him that he does not suspect any theft from the company's accounts, but rather flirtations. Dudu tries to defend himself, but Geddes tells him that from now on, Yaya will take over that port and that Dudu is fired. Dudu is furious considering it unfair. Geddes tells him that he should think better before flirting with one of the partners. Dudu offended looks angrily at Yaya and yells at him for trying to deceive Elvan and now not even defending her. Yaya says nothing, so Dudu threatens to reveal everything to Elvan. So Yaya is shocked. Geddes threatens her to keep quiet and leave. Dudu looks at Yaya asking with her eyes if she is not going to do anything, but he doesn't even look at her. So offended, Dudu leaves. Yaya assures Geddes that there is nothing between him and Dudu, and that what he has done to Dudu is unfair. He also assures that everything is an invention of Elvan. Geddes asks him then how Manek can blackmails him with what he does at work and why he is so afraid of Manek as to obey everything she orders him. Yaya says nothing. So Geddes angrily demands an answer from him, saying that Menex's threat must be for infidelity or theft. Yaya assures him that it is nothing of the sort and that he is not hiding anything from anyone and tries to leave. But Geddes stops him and reminds him of the times he has done hidden things. Yaya tries to excuse himself, but Geddes asks him to admit to infidelity or conspiracy. Karaman overhears the conversation and sees the perfect opportunity to frame Yaya for Sanjar's murder. So he calls Akin to make a plan. Elvan arrives at the port. Dudu sees her, so she angrily goes to her and asks to talk to her about something very important. But Elvan asks her later and runs off looking for Geddes. Once there, she hurriedly asks Geddes for her phone. Geddes asks her why. So Elvan yells at him that he is so blinded by jealousy that he couldn't see well the message he received from Nair's phone. Geddes asks him what's wrong. Elvan tells her that Kavarak had an accident and that Akin disappeared, so it's very convenient that suddenly Sanjar and Nair disappear and leave his injured friend and his daughter alone. Further reminds him that Nair and Sanjar were angry with each other over the guardianship lawsuit, and so it is not believable that they suddenly go on a honeymoon. Further reminds him of Nair's oath to never name Sanjar again. Geddes takes a closer look at the message, while Elvan assures him that this message could not have been sent by Nair and that something must have happened to them. So Geddes takes Loki and Yaya to Karaman's office, demanding him to reveal where Nair is. Karaman rages and yells at them, assuring them that he has nothing to do with Akin or the disappearance of Sanjar and Nair, as he has no reason to hurt Nair and they should be looking for Nair's enemy instead of fixating on him. Elvan angrily says it must be Manek. Loki asks how could Manek make Sanjar disappear. Geddes says she couldn't do it alone and looks at Yaya. Yaya asks what's wrong. Then Elvan warns him not to dare to hurt Sanjar by Menex's orders. Yaya assures him that he hasn't done anything to Sanjar. Elvan reminds him that by Menex's orders he hurt Melik, and that is why he also thinks him capable of hurting Sanjar. Geddes tells Yaya to show his bank account. Yaya, confused, asks why. Geddes says that if he has nothing to be afraid of. Yaya is offended that he is being blamed and asks Elvan to support him, but she disappointedly says she doesn't know what to expect from him anymore and takes away his cell phone. Yaya gets angry with her and Geddes sees that Yaya has a big income from Akin, so everyone is shocked. Nair takes care of Sanjar. He wakes up. Nair asks him if he is okay, as the fever is down, but maybe he is sore. Sanjar asks, scared about the time, worried that Akin has started the boat again, but Nair tells him that they are still anchored. Sanjar gets up and sees that it is already dark, so they will soon get underway. Nair tells him that he should not strain himself as he is not well yet and the wound may get worse, but Sanjar replies that the main thing is to save her from there. Furthermore, he asks her if when they return she will stay with him, but Nair replies that she will leave. Sanjar takes a dagger and says that he will not allow her to go away as long as Akin is still alive, and if Akin dies she can leave peacefully. Nair asks him not to become a murderer. Sanjar asks him then to promise not to go to Switzerland, but she asks him if he has kept his promise not to let anyone else ride Gigi. Sanjar says that it is a sin to let another bride ride Gigi, for which Nair is glad. And so we end this preview. Until next time.